Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fucking frostbite of a goddamn week that we have. And if you're living in the South like we are in the middle of a cold snap. And, well, it is what it is. This is the only time we get winter, and it lasts about 3 weeks. But a lot of people get under the weather and don't know what to do with ourselves. And we don't know how to treat ourselves. Well, today I'm going to teach you how to make something that'll keep you nice and warm and snuggy. A hot toddy. One of the oldest recipes ever made. Literally one of the original fucking, medicine ever given. For people who have a cold or flu, you give them a hot toddy, usually warms up their stomach, their throat, and they go to sleep. Hot toddy is old and American as America itself. And despite popular belief, hot toddy is not made with tea. I have no idea when that started. I should have done some little research on that. Tea, actually, it's more recently. Tea was introduced probably in the mid 80s, early 90s, because it's just hot water. All you need is hot water and whiskey and lime juice and honey. That's it. That's pretty much the simplest of hot toddy. I'm adding a little spice to it and do a little cinnamon stick in it as well to give it a little sweetness to it. But again, this thing really does kick in. It helps out a lot. It is one of the original medicine, up there with Jägermeister and vodka. Because, for those who don't know, whiskey is considered an antiseptic. So it helps cure a lot of infections that you have. It does not mean you go overboard with it. It just means it's there. So we're going to start off with our selected choice. I already have my water here steamed up, ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour that in there. Pour it in my little snuggie cup. And today, my whiskey of choice is going to be Anita's Choice from Burnt Church Distillery. This is out of South Carolina, I think. I went to go visit them not that long ago. The birthplace of where they filmed Forrest Gump. Now, the cool thing, the reason I picked this is a 6-grain bourbon whiskey. And for some weird reason, to me, it tastes just like tea. So even though we're not using tea for this, I do want to give it a nice little tea flavor to it. And out of that whole distillery, this is one of my favorites. I've been holding on to it for a good while. But it's time to use it for this cool, unique little cork. So you're going to need 2 ounces of whiskey of your choice. 2 ounces of little burning out steam. Got a little bit of lime juice. Not too much. Go ahead and add your honey water. It could be regular honey as well, but the reason I made honey water is because it's easier to control, easier to pour, easier to mix. I mean, you can just throw in honey in there, but it's a pain in the ass. Honey water is usually 2 to 1, 1-to-1 ratio, however or how sweet you want it to make. So let's go ahead and add that. Add that to the mix. And a little cinnamon stick for a little twist. And the cinnamon stick is going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. Give it a nice little kick to it. And there you have it. The hot toddy. Now, there's plenty of ways of make it. There's different versions of it. People do it normally with scotch as well. Or regular mixed bourbon whiskey. Not bourbon whiskey, but regular whiskey as well. Like I said, it is one of my personal favorite drinks, especially on a cold day like this. But I suggest you guys try it out. It helps secure anything that you got. Maybe so. Don't put it all on me. But it will make you feel a little good. What I gotta tell you, you can't beat that. That is great. If you do want to use it the old original way with the tea, not the original way, but the new way with the tea, I suggest you do Charmaine tea or regular Old English tea, because something about that flavor, it balances itself out. If you try to use like green tea, stuff like that, it's not going to come out as well. The Charmaine tea has always worked well for me when it comes to stuff like that, so I'll leave that decision up to you. But personally, like I said, hot water is just as good. Alright, and the little cinnamon stick just gives a nice little kick to it as well. Alright, my friends, so be safe out there, drink safe, drink smart, drink responsibly, and as always, salud. Find your cuddle buddy.